Hey everyone, this is the Villains Man bringing you session 28 of our D&D 5th edition game, the Ancient Roar Reborn. I'm JBD, your DM of the Bearded Bastards.
Hey guys, I am Evan the Great of the Bearded Bastards / the Villains the Man, playing your elven bard Luta Silverstring, and we're going to surge into roleplay.
Hey, I'm the Bearded Wonder with the Villains the Man, and I'm playing Vesperr, the Moon Elf Rogue / Warlock.
I am Smiley, playing Tiamat, Dwarven Crafter, Inventor, Magic User.
As we last left off, individually,
Yeah,
three of you had your own experience.
they're fucking awesome experiences.
Yes.
Which Smiley and Evan here gave you recaps in their previous videos. So now we'll leave Vesperr to give the recap on what had happened to her
Yeah.
at the end of
Vesperr.
session 21.
Fucking traitor.
So, Vesperr had been hearing Klauth talk to her mentally.
By the way, it's not the DM's fault.
No, I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware.
No, it's not.
I had been hearing Klauth talk to me for a while, and he was telling me that he could bring back Arbustia, he could give me, power that I'm looking for. And so everybody else had left, and I decided that things weren't happening fast enough. I had to swallow my pride and make a deal with the Zint and get them a seat on the Lords and Lions to get my mother back. And so things weren't progressing fast enough for Vesperr, so she wanted to get that power now, wanted to bring Robustia back. So she went to see Klauth and made a deal to basically become his eyes and ears in exchange for power and everything that's going on right now in the world.
Okay, so starting with you, how do you feel about this experience that you just had?
As a player, really cool.
Awesome. As Vesperr?
As Vesperr, she was pretty scared shitless during the whole thing. But I don't know if she regrets it. I don't think she does.
What about you, Smiley? As a player?
As a player, it's fucking awesome. It is. It's flat out. It's fucking awesome. It was a great scene. I loved it.
I'm referring to you and what Ord had.
You said as a player.
Yeah, but I'm talking about with you and Ord.
Now, when it comes to Ord, Ord's on my experience,
Yes, your experience. No.
I'm still hung up on
Well,
his.
we know you guys are hung up on his.
My experience was absolutely amazing.
Would it go the same player and character there?
Yes.
Okay. Based on Ord's past and what's happened to him, do you feel like you can put a lot of that behind you now with what's going on?
His vendetta, yes. But if nothing else, he has more of a drive to save this girl, whom I've never forgot about.
Hey, it's a good thing.
I purposely do not bring her up because that's the type of person what it is.
All right, Evan, great. You as a player and you as a character, how do you feel about your personal experiences?
No, both of them was life altering. She kind of had a goal in life, but now she has a purpose driving her goal, and it's one of holy nature.
Cool.
And a dragon.
Okay, well, as Ord, you've hammered out these things, these items that we'll get to eventually. You can feel the Dwarven gods look upon you and bless you and whatnot. You lose your blessing from Anam, and you receive one from the Dwarven Pantheon. Roll me a D6.
5.
One of your weapons goes up by a +1 category, whichever one you prefer.
The only one I use.
Thunder cannon.
Yes.
Okay, so you originally had the wisdom one.
Yes.
You lose that.
Alright.
Luta, you feel you didn't even have a blessing. But now you feel the blessing of Bahamut as all these dragons of good alignment,
Yeah.
of what is righteous in the world, look down upon you. Roll me a d6.
In a scene, she's probably looking at her shield while I'm doing this. So, there's my homecoming. Blue. 5.
It's the same thing as
If
his.
you roll 5 comes blue, look what that.
It's the same thing as his. One weapon of your choosing goes up by +1. So if you don't have a +1 weapon, you can make a +1 weapon. If you have a +1 weapon, it can go up by 1.
I have a +1 longbow.
No, with that stuff, no, what a blessing requires it being a non-magical weapon.
Yeah, but I'm changing that for this.
So if I bless a weapon as my once per day thing, which gives a +1,
Yeah.
what a stack with that?
Yeah, so like say your thunder cannon is now +1, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna cast this, well, it'll knock it up 1 for the duration of the spell or whatever.
It's my once a day thing for being a forge thing.
It's fine. Alright. Vesperr, you feel the dark presence of Klauth surrounding you in your mind as you wake up and you stare at Rustier. Roll me a d6.
2.
It doesn't matter which roll because this is for you. When you open the first part, read that.
Now,
You don't have to read it out loud.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as we last left off, you open your eyes, Vesperr. You can see a familiar naked back to you, and it's Rustier. She turns around. You're very confused. Was it a dream? Did that really happen to you? Would you call it a dream? Would you call it a nightmare? And she was telling you everything's going to be okay.
Okay. How did we get back here?
Shows you I don't know.
Do I know where we're at?
In your Harper room.
Harper room. Is my mother there?
No. She's been very worried about you. You've been asleep for over a 10-day.
Wow.
She's like, Luta's already back. She's been worried sick about you. She's changed. We're scared no one's heard from Ord.
I'll say, well, let's get up and find everybody.
You get up to move and you kind of throw the blanket off you and you see something that kind of takes your breath away. And there's something down your arm you didn't see before. And it's this tattoo. And you know this is where you've been marked by Klauth. You kind of roll your arm around, kind of flex your muscles. You can feel that even though it feels soft, your body's hardened. You feel warm. And you kind of get up to look around, put your clothes on, you look in the mirror, and you notice another change. Your eyes, your pupils are now red. Arvustia kind of looks at you concerned. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
She was like, are you sure? I've never seen anybody sleep that long.
Well, yeah, I feel great actually. And I'll give her a kiss.
And you do. She's like, well, let's go let Luta, your mother, know that you're awake.
Yep.
Luta's got a lot of important things to tell you. She's like, but what are you going to tell her? And she looks at you, and you realize she knows everything that's happened.
Yeah. I'll just put my forehead on her forehead and be like, I did what I had to do.
And she kind of sniffles a little, and she's like, I know. And she tells you she loves you.
I'll tell her I
She's
love
like,
her.
I would do the same for you. Luta, you're downstairs. You and Vashti, Vesper's brother, you're enjoying breakfast. And down the stairs comes a Rustier with Vesperr. You notice they're pretty bright, happy. And you notice Vesperr walks with a confidence you never had before.
Oh, no, she's been bedridden.
For like 10 days. For 10 days. You came back Let's see what you've gone to. You came back 6 days ago, and she's been asleep this entire time. Vishanti don't know what happened to her, and you're very shocked that Arbustier's there, and you don't know why.
Have I not seen Arbustier yet?
Yeah, but you've not bothered to answer the question. You've been a little put off by this.
Yeah.
And you know that Leosin
Yeah.
said that he was going to try.
Yeah.
You do know that the Zents are now involved. You haven't really said anything, and you're kind of waiting for an explanation. But you see them both. Do you cover your arm?
No.
And you see this giant tattoo. Would you care to describe it?
I just figure it's like a giant dragon that just wraps around the arm, almost like a. You ever seen any Yakuza movies or something where they have like the dragon tattoos?
I was thinking kind of like Vega from Street Fighter.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
And you do notice when she gets close enough that her pupils are red.
Looking this over as I run up to you, and I say, I thought you was gone. You was in bed for so many days.
Did you say you run up to her?
Yeah.
You gonna try to like give her a hug, or?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing at first.
You get about 10 foot from her, and both of you feel this uneasiness, and you're not sure what it is.
I have a feeling out of game. I know what it is. But I'll stop when I get 10 foot from her, and I'll say, "Why was you out so long?"
No, I had some business to attend to. It was quite tiring.
I said, "Who did he send to capture you?" I see you're marked by him now.
Mark by who?
How do you know that?
Oh, I thought you said I know.
No, you don't.
Oh, my bad.
Since you've been back, she's been under a blanket.
Okay.
Like she's been
I thought you
asleep.
said I knew what the dragon was.
No,
Okay.
no, you don't know anything about it.
I'd say, so take that back. I say, Leosin came through on his deal early. I didn't think I'd ever see a VC again.
And I'll just put my hand on your shoulder and feel like, no, I came through for myself.
I kind of,
Full of confidence, as she says it.
Yeah, and then I walk over and I'll just give my mother a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
She's very glad that you're awake. She was worried to death. She thought she was going to lose you.
And I'll pull up a chair and I'll introduce Arbustia to my mother.
And she says, "There's no need. I've talked to her."
Oh, okay.
And in her eyes, you can tell she knows that something has happened.
Yeah. I'll just pat her on the shoulder, be like, everything's gonna be okay.
No, it's not.
And she tries to smile, and she nods her head, and then she says, "I hope so."
And then I'll just start eating breakfast and talking like nothing's wrong.
Luta, are you put off by any of this?
hell yeah. I'm like staring like hardcore, like, when did you get the power to bring the dead back?
I'll laugh and be like, I didn't bring her back. I mean, I did, but didn't.
Did she not die at the vampire's hand?
Yeah, she died.
Well, yeah, you've seen her severed head in her body.
Yeah.
I mean,
Her head in a bag.
Well, I know there's like dark magic that can, make it look like that. But...
You know what's Klauth brought back the vampire to use as another puppet?
Oh, that'd be weird. I asked, yeah, I'm really concerned. I said, you walk with a purpose like you've never had before.
Yeah, I feel stronger and more confident than I ever have.
and as you're sitting there with her, both of you just feel this push against each other. It's just a slight, like, twinge of aggression. And you're not understanding why. Vesperr, you kind of feel like something's wrong here. You've never felt this way to Luta at all.
I'll ask you what happened while I was gone.
Do you carry the shield on your back?
I'm about to put the shield on the table.
That's a big shield.
I'm going to take my shield off and I'm going to show him. I said, this happened.
Hey, let me see your shield real quick while you're talking here.
I said, this happened. I say,
What exactly is it?
I say this is I say a I can't what's the woman's name? The silver dragon. Besides the human, told me they needed me to basically balance everything out. So I found out she was a dragon. Silver dragon, good aligned.
Okay.
Flew on my back. I flew on her back all the way to lay out there. I don't know where it was, deep in the mountains. They had a gathering of the good aligned dragons. They are now, after much discussion, much sway in my tongue and my good aligned heart. I said good aligned, real loud. They have decided to help us in this battle against Tiamat. And now, in doing so, I am blessed by the deity Bahamut himself. And I show you my shield, what he looks like. So he has chosen me to help them in this quest, to be their speaker of small people. Now I know where I get my divine magic from. It's different from the magic I had before. I still have that, but the holiness about me, I have a purpose and I walk with stride. I am now a paladin of Bahamut, Tiamat's enemy.
So I see that we both had conversations with dragons.
So you too talked to Bahamut?
Not exactly. No. An old friend, if you will.
You wear a wiry smile when you say that?
Yeah.
Which is called Old Snarl, which is almost an exact parallel of Old Scratch, is what they call the devil. Throwing that out there.
I kind of sat there for a little bit. I say, I'm scared to ask the next question because I feel
That you already know the answer.
that I know the answer.
Somebody really wanted on a boat.
One time I seeked what I believe you have gathered your power from, but I knew it wasn't right. And now I have the righteous power of a true dragon.
Wait a minute, did you just insult Klauth?
Yes.
Be honest, 5 minutes.
In a weird way, I did.
Wow.
I basically say that I have, the true dragon has blessed me.
Technically, Klauth is a true dragon.
But then again, I'm not
He's
saying
like one
nothing.
of the truest.
Yeah, it's not like I'm saying something bad about him, but I'm just saying like a true dragon blessed me. But I'm also seeing right before me that he has done something because you got Rusty there.
Well, to be fair, yours is a dragon god.
Yeah.
A god. Not just
Yeah.
an ancient, powerful dragon, a dragon god.
The progenitor of all metallic dragons.
Yeah.
The platinum one.
The king of the north wind.
I tell you,
God of justice.
Yeah.
I knew how much she was. I knew how much you cared for her. I just wish you would have waited.
Don't worry, we all had the same goals.
She's being way nicer than Ord is.
Yeah.
Quick question, Vesperr. Is your alignment changed any? Or are you still chaotic good?
I'm still chaotic good.
Okay. Just wondering
Are
if you
you
went down
though?
to chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
What I'm sensing here as we're talking, I'm sensing like she's kind of like a Hellboyish character. Maybe like you got dark demonic powers, but you're not evil in nature right now.
I like supernatural.
There you go, supernatural. There we go. That makes it more. But the reason that she's not just going ape shit right now is because she knew that Vesper's fell several times and I picked her back up. And now I'm worried on the inside for the first time in a long time that she has fell into a place I cannot reason her from. So my next thing I'll do tell her, I'll say, don't know if I can sway you one way or another, but if there's a way to keep a VCA and release these powers you have gained, I will try to find it.
You can feel a lot of tension at the table between you two. You can tell it's there with Arbustier and Vashti, and like Vashti's very upset about it. And you can tell does not like what is going on. Because she's come to trust you, Luta, and then obviously she sees whatever has happened, which she does not understand, is putting a wedge between you two. Arbustier is very, very upset.
I know there's still like a greater threat, and I knew that she wanted Ruthier back with everything. So I mean, it's not like you're my enemy, but who gave you the power to do this now? Well, they were. Now they definitely are. That's what's really stopping Luta right now. She's like friend and somebody that's been all the way up, but the person that gave her these abilities, I cannot be friend. I tell her that the Vesperr that I know is still in there, and that's going to keep me acquaintance with you.
I'm still the same person. I just have a little bit more power now.
And she's not lying, really.
I know, you're not lying. I know that because that's what they said before.
And Klauth doesn't want anything that nobody else wants. He wants Tiamat to be stopped.
Tiamat will not be stopped. Tiamat will be vanquished.
I feel like Klauth will have her power.
No one's Dr. Klauth.
No.
Someone did very briefly.
No, I think it was more forcefully thrown around. It was very
No.
briefly. And then barbecued, boiled.
All that fun stuff.
I'm telling you, right?
I tell you, I hope this new tension wears off.
So what you're telling me is that Klauth made roasted Vesperr soup.
Pretty much. You keep going on, Luta, and Arbustier just kind of slams her fist on the table, and she's like, would you not do the same for any of us?
I sat there for a couple minutes and I say,
And you can tell she's very mad that you're kind of berating her, and she's getting a little fed up with it.
I tell you that I would, but I would not act rationally.
She's like, but you can't understand the loss that she has felt. She was like, her family, and then me. She's like, have you ever felt anything like that?
I say, I felt several things.
But anything like that?
No, but the whole world will feel that if Tiamat wins.
She's like, she done that so that won't happen.
I just hope that she didn't do it and get tricked by this dragon, and you're only here for a short period of time. That will devastate her.
And when you done that, she kind of hangs her head down like she's very unsure when you say that.
That's what I'm worried about from you two, that this is not permanent.
Vashti, your mother, she's not crying, but the tears are just kind of falling out of her eyes. I mean, just over 10 days ago, everything was fine. Your mother was back, and now this has happened, and there's this rift forming.
I'll say
The bonds of friendship are being tested.
as long as I keep my promise to Klauth, I have no doubt that he'll serve me well, just as I serve him.
I tell you, Vesperr, I hope you can hold your promise, because I don't want to lose a friend again.
I can, and I will.
I kind of walk away and I go sit by myself.
Ouch. Wow. Way to not be a friend. I'm just gonna get a walk away.
No, she's still, I'm terrified that there's more to this than anybody knows right now.
I'll get up and ask her if she wants to go train.
She's very torn at this. And before she can answer, Leosin comes through the door. He's not seen her yet. And you can tell he's kind of shocked. And he's looking at your arm. He's looking back at her and he's looking at you and he's very lost for words. And he sees Vesperr, Luta, who just goes and sits by herself. He says, "What's going on?"
Nothing.
He said, How did she get here? And the first thing he says is, "You didn't make a deal with the Zenro, did you?"
No. No.
When you say that, you can tell his fear grows worse. And
Well,
he's just looking
That's the
around.
word I use. When he says no, I say worse.
Say, I made a deal with somebody more powerful than Zen.
Shall I dare ask?
Don't worry, they have the same goals we do. They want to see Tiamat stopped.
He looks at you, Luta. Like, looking for an answer.
Say, I don't like the decisions that were made, but right now, I hate to say this, but every ally is an ally.
And you can see he just kind of looks out. He said,
I kind of don't want to be Vesper's ally right now, but I wanted to.
tells you that's very true. Said, fire giants, Zents. He's like, never,
with magic.
yeah, never once did I ever think, I would ally with a Zent. It's always been my goal to prevent people like them, and now we're allied with them, and obviously our friend has done worse. He said, I just hope, Vesperr, you've made the right decision.
I believe I have.
He's just kind of looking over, can we count on this ally? And he focuses on the tattoo on your arm.
I'll take it and flex it. Be like, yeah, we can.